Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Just getting myself set up here. Gotta plug you guys in. Phone's gonna die. Got my coffee. Got a little bit of tidying up to do. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. It is Thursday. So yeah, today I'm just gonna shoot the shit and hang out in the grow tent. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Pro Pyro. Good to see you here. How are you guys doing today? How's everyone doing today? It's a beautiful day. Another day in the grow tent. Feeling grateful for my garden, my little slice of heaven, the place that brings me peace in the chaos. And just grateful to have you guys here with me. Pro Pyro just got home from work. Nice. Hope you had a great day. Hope it was an easy day. You know, when you have a day full of work, the days can get long, so it's always a good feeling when you get to clock at the end of the day. But unfortunately with my grow tent, I feel like I never really get to clock out, if you know what I mean. So I am just kind of tidying up a little bit right now. Everything's a mess. Just been doing so much stuff around the tent. I haven't really had a chance to properly clean it, so I'm going to try to focus on a bit of that today. I'm actually going to turn my lights down a little bit while I'm hanging out in here. All right, safety first. So guys, last few days we've been focusing on starting seeds, getting clones, all that fun stuff. We put a couple of strawberries in a root ball a couple of days ago, and I decided to be risky yesterday, and I saw that there were some small roots, so I was like, F it, let's just separate it from the mother. Fingers crossed the roots are long enough, and we're just gonna separate it and try to put it in its own vessel. And it did okay for the afternoon yesterday, and then when I actually checked this morning, they were completely wilted. So I left them in the collars. I'll show you what I did with them in just a minute. Same thing with the celosia clones that we tried to get to root in the root ball. I couldn't get to root, so I've transferred them to our seedling tray contraption that we made yesterday. So I'll show you guys in just a minute when we do the tent tour. Also, the aeroponic dahlia. I've been trying for the first ever. I've never grown dahlia flowers aeroponically. And yesterday, when I looked at the bud, it looked like it was gonna open in about 2 to 3 days. I'm just gonna, hang on, I'm gonna turn down my fans because I think it's really loud in here. Turn down the dehumidifier. Turn down the fans. All right. Hopefully that's better for you guys and you guys can hear me better. So remember what I was talking about. My celosia flowers. I was trying to clone them in the root ball, but I couldn't get them to root. So tried something different with one of them, and it seems to be working. So we're gonna do the same thing and repeat the same step with the second one. I'll show you guys in just a second. But oh yeah, the dahlia bloom. So yesterday we did a quick tent tour, and I showed you guys where we are at with the first aeroponic dahlia that we are growing in this grow tent. And when I looked at the bud yesterday, specifically last night, it appeared as though it needed maybe another day or two based on what I observe with my flowers outside. That's typically once you start to see color of the petals, usually it takes about 2 to 3 days before the flower will open. And for some reason, feels like she decided to open early, and she opened this morning, and it made for a great start to my morning. It really brightened my day, and I can't wait to show you guys. You guys are part of that from the beginning. We started some dahlia from seed, and now we are flowering. So that was, I think, maybe 8 weeks ago. So yeah, about 8 in an aeroponic system, and it started to flower, and that's not even on the right nutrients. So pretty exciting stuff. So that is, we're gonna have to clone her, and I was also researching how to save seeds, because I want to take seeds from my outdoor varieties and get them in the grow tent and grow them all throughout the winter, which will be so awesome. I also cleaned up my strawberry plant yesterday after having cloned it a bunch and having a bunch of strawberries that are not right. The quality wasn't right yet. I harvested everything. Obviously I had to compost it because they're just too soft and they're ripening too fast, so quality isn't there. So I cleaned the plant up, and today she's looking a lot better. So I'm going to show you guys everything in just a second. We're going to do a tent tour. I'm just trying to get myself caffeinated so that I can get to it. But the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys this little seedling tray here first. I'm going to get some gloves on because I'm going to be touching some clones and stuff. What's up, Bowtie Life? Thank you so much for being here. Good morning. I've got you up in a meeting. Nice. Well, enjoy your meeting, and thank you here. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. It's always a good day in the grow tent. That's all I can say. I leave all my problems at the zipper, the door, but I call it the zipper. And leave all my problems at the door, and in here it's just nothing but good stuff going on, which is why I'm just so grateful, and I just love my garden so, you guys, it's the best. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys on a little tent tour, but first I gotta fix something that I see here is of concern. So first I'll just flip you guys around and show you. This is my seedling tray. I've got romaine lettuce all back here. This is all romaine lettuce. This is our celosia clone. So I propagated the plant that I broke, and I tried to, oops, oh my gosh, now I'm really gonna F this up. All right, hang on a second. Let me just put this down here for a second. Hang on a second. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to try this again. So what I did was I put it in a cloning collar, and I cut it on a 45, and then I stuck it through one of the holes of the tray in hopes of getting it to root that way while it's in the foam collar. I still have one in the root ball that we're trying, but so as you can see, nice little sharp cut there, and then I'm just going to stick it in that little pocket there. And she was all wilted this morning, and now she's already doing better. So you can see here the little cutting is sticking out at the bottom, which is what we want. So I've got another one here that we're going to do the same thing with. So I got to get a little foam collar for it. But yeah, it's all wilted. We're gonna see if by the end of this stream we can get it at least standing upright again. But yeah, the bottom of that is filled with just water, a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and some nutrients. I've got the General Hydroponics 7410 Grow in there for now, just because they're little baby seedlings. Even these cuttings are flowering. The mother plant wasn't on bloom yet, so we're gonna ease the plants into the right nutrients. But take these extra leaves off here. Good morning, Growing Mo. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. What's up, Wafiz? Good morning. Thanks for with me, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. I know I've said that a million times, but I really hope you all are having a great day. All right, so I'm gonna get a foam collar. And I'm just gonna stick the little clone in the foam collar, and there it is at the bottom, and we're gonna put that in the same tray as everything else and see if we can get it to come back to life. I'm gonna just put it right here in the corner. And we're gonna see what happens. But this one already a huge difference this morning. Thanks so much, Growing Mo. Appreciate you. Happy Thursday. So yeah, this one this morning was like completely sad looking and wilted, and now she is standing up straight, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully she'll come back to life. These strawberry clones, I moved them too early, so I'm gonna try to just rest the foam collar here. This is filled with water underneath, and so maybe, like, these are completely wilted, and now at least they're standing up, so maybe they'll bounce back. We'll see. Plants are quite remarkable that way. Yesterday we took our zinnia seedlings from the paper towel. They had just sprouted. Here's the paper towel that we're in. I think that they were in. I have maybe one more seed that's gonna sprout, and so as soon as they sprouted, obviously they require oxygen, so I removed them from the plastic tray with a towel and put them in a foam collar. Now a lot of the time I put my seedlings in the little sponges, and the problem is when the root gets more mature or when the root gets long, it starts to grow into the sponge. And same thing happens with paper towel. If I use the paper towel method, it grows into the paper towel, and then when it's time to move it to the foam collar, I often have a hard time getting it into the foam collar without breaking the root. And so I'm trying to find a way to move the seedlings into the foam collar before they even develop too much. So we're gonna try that with the romaine today. We're gonna see if we can remove any, get them in foam collars, and kind of get another tray with the same setup going. So yesterday we tried it for the first time with the zinnias, where I put them in collar and the root is just there, but it's touching water. So, oh shoot, all right, there's no room for this little celosia here. Reef says celosia can be so dramatic. Yes, they can. Celosia and I have that in common. And good morning to you too, Reef. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. All right, so we're gonna have to get another seedling tray going, just because I don't have enough room for this celosia plant here. Just gonna try to get the stem lower for now, because the foam collar is kind of hovering on the edge. If I can get this down here, maybe that'll be touching water. No. Anyways, whatever. We're gonna have to make some room. All right, maybe that'll be fine. So hopefully that'll help us get our clones going. Again, I broke the celosia plant. I still have so many seeds. It's not a big deal. I could start them again. It's just the seeds take forever. The seedlings are so small and the flowers take forever to start. My outdoor ones that I sowed directly, I think I sowed them early June. They're just starting to flower now and we're almost mid-September. We're still beginning of September, but it's crazy. So yeah, just trying to get myself a little caffeinated before we get to the tent tour. Today's going to be an exciting tent tour, you guys. My first aeroponic dahlia has bloomed and I'm extremely excited about it. And she couldn't have picked a better day to open up and just show us her beauty. What up, Bernie? Good morning. Happy Thursday. All right, guys, you ready? It is tent tour time. Today's going to be a good one because we've got a new tenant. Get it? A new tenant? A new flower in the grow tent. All right, so I'm just going to flip you guys around. So I showed you guys, was wondering where that coffee was. Yes, today we've got the iced coffee going on in my giant, ugly, honestly, I freaking hate leopard print. I think this is so ugly. But my friends got it for me, so I love it. But it's honestly great for coffee. So, and I got the matching straw to my outfit. Check it. Anyways, guys, I'm just joking around. But yes, I did intentionally match my straw to my, because why wouldn't I when I've got all the colors? All right, so I've got my romaine seedlings, which we're going to work on today. We're going to try to get them out of the sponge and kind of have a similar setup to this. So again, like I just showed you, water down there. I'm also using this setup to try to salvage the clones that I cut too early. So yesterday after the live, I was spending some time alone with my plants and I'm like, F this, I'm gonna, just separate it from the mother plant early and we're gonna expedite this shit. And then it backfired. So they were completely wilted, like completely wilted. And over the course of the last few hours, they're starting to stand up again. I wish I did a time lapse of this because if you guys saw how they were earlier, they were so sad looking. So we're back on track, I think, I hope. And these are the zinnia plants. They're still alive. So for those of you that witnessed me trying this for the first time yesterday, we are good. I don't have the paper towel underneath. I initially put paper towel hoping that it would help the roots stay moist, but instead I took it out and I filled this tray with just some excess water. So you got a little bit, but by the time I got here in the morning, it completely drained. So, or the seedlings drank it all, or the sponge absorbed it all. If you play Mozart, plants become happy again. I play classical music for my plants every morning, you guys. Like clockwork, every day, 6 a.m. Alexa, play some classical music every day. All right, guys, moving on. So yeah, we still got some seeds germinating in there. And actually, no, it is a fact. Like, well, it's not actually a fact, but studies have been done or conducted. I think I was telling you guys, some guy he was a farmer and he had a wheat field and he played, I think it could have been Mozart or Beethoven. And he played music for his wheat field and had, well, I guess you can't replicate the environment exactly, but he said that he got a 65% better yield based on having a grow season with music on like loudspeakers over a wheat field. So I thought that was interesting. I sing to my plants, y'all. Actually, I mean, I haven't played in a really long time, but I play piano and I've got a keyboard. You guys, we should do karaoke in the grow tent. I'm just kidding. No, but I'll take song requests and I'll play, and I'll play for my plants. But that actually could be cool if I bring my keyboard down here and practice playing. I know a couple Mozart pieces. I think I could remember them. All right, so we got the grow tower. She doing well. I got to get some nutrients in her. The new leaves are kind of getting a little yellow. Also got to get her on a timer. I don't know why I keep putting that off, but I just do, because sometimes I suck. I'm a big procrastinator. We got the sage, we got the basil, all kinds of good stuff. Tomatoes, honestly, you guys, they're looking bare because I harvest every single night. I've got about 6 or 7, maybe up to 10 tomatoes a night, which is pretty cool. That's not bad, right? We got some orange ones growing there. They're just, I've got ones that ripen in time for every night. So those ones will be for Saturday night. And these ones will be for Friday night. But yeah, so I pretty much have more on the way actually over here. These are already starting to ripen, but these are, I don't know, the quality of these tomatoes looks so much better than the other plants. These ones are clones of these ones, as you guys know. So again, today's tent tour, you guys, is be a very exciting one because our aeroponic dahlia has opened up for the first time, and she couldn't have picked a better day to do so. Ray, you are right on time. Good morning. We've got our strawberry plant. She's doing a lot better. I cleaned her up, harvested all the strawberries, and they're still not great, guys. We still have to kind of perfect the environment, which is why I'm hoping to get them in the tower soon. So I took the 2 clones out of here, and hopefully we can salvage them. I don't know, we'll see. We got another clone doing okay here. And if I need to have 80 plants, I better pick up the freaking pace. All right, you guys. Here is the moment I've been waiting for. Ready? Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll, please. So this is a variety pack, and I didn't know what I was gonna get. I was hoping that the flower wouldn't be yellow because all the tomato flowers are yellow, the watermelon flowers are yellow, our watermelon sling is yellow, but we got yellow and pink, which ain't too bad. But this is my aeroponic dahlia. She is quite pretty. The variety is called Can Can Girls from Floret Flower. As you can see, we've got these little swirls, and those are going to probably kind of become tufted little petals that are gonna add a lot of detail to the flower. It's gonna look really nice. So this is not the finished product. It just opened this morning, and what's wild is yesterday it was literally like this. It feels like it just to open today, and I love that. She's so pretty, looks like she's hand painted. Even if you're not into flowers, you can't deny the beauty that is this dahlia. So I wasn't sure if I was going to grow them. I know root vegetables can grow in aeroponics, and these form tubers, but I really wasn't sure. And there is her tuber, and next season we're going to be able to separate that tuber, so we have 2, as long as it's got 2 eyes, and plant one outside, which is going to be awesome. So I'm really excited about that. Grow and Mo says, would love to hear your tunes. Cool to hear about one of your other skills. Yeah, you know, I was kind of not spoiled as a child, but I got to do piano lessons, dance lessons, swimming lessons, skating lessons. So I know how to do some stuff, you know. But piano was something that was challenging because I am a creative person and I enjoy doing my own stuff and playing my own music, and I don't write music or anything. I just like playing and whatever, making a tune that sounds cool. And it's you're taking piano lessons, it's very, very strict. You have to be very disciplined. Every day you got to study and this and that, and as you guys know, I'm not really that kind of gal. So Yeah, I gave up on piano because I was like, screw this, it's too much freaking work. But now I've got a keyboard, and I can just mess around on it. And I still have my real piano, but it's at my grandma's house. Anyways, all right. So that is the aeroponic dahlia. I am, let's see the dancing instead, LOL. Yeah, you guys don't want to see that. Anyway, so beautiful flower. Our watermelon, I think it's growing. It looks like it might be growing out of its sling. So I tried to look at a video of it the day that I placed it in there, and I can't tell. It does look a little bigger, so we'll see. Maybe I'll post a short up and you guys can vote if you think it looks bigger or not. And people are like, why are you grabbing it like that? I'm like, I'm grabbing it like that to see if it's bigger or to see if it's bigger, okay? Anyways, and then we've got our Chinese 5-color pepper plant, which is looking an awful lot of purple, which is fine. And we picked all the bright ones, really. Did a little taste test of all the colors yesterday for those of you that missed it. I think the purple is spiciest, but online it says red should be the spiciest. So either something's wrong with me or something's wrong with my plant. LOL. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I see something on a leaf and then I get very distracted. All right, so our tomatoes obviously are bushy AF. But see what I mean why I didn't want yellow is like there's just so much yellow everywhere. But nothing wrong with yellow. It's the color of sunshine. All right, guys, moving on down the line. Speaking of yellow, got some yellow bell peppers growing here. We got a beautiful red one. This girl is gonna get harvested tonight. Wow, she looks awesome. And I've got some poblano peppers somewhere in there. What up, Crumblewig? Good morning. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you here. We got a poblano pepper right there. Hopefully they'll start producing again. And got a bunch of peppers here. This one just looks so freaking cool. Pepper and a pepper. Then, yeah, you guys, I showed you guys these tomato plants. Lots of beautiful tomatoes growing. Large plants. This is only 2 tomato plants. There's one over there and one over here. And they're doing extremely... Wow, I can't talk today. They're doing so much better than all these plants combined. So this is 10 tomato plants, the same ones. These are her clones. And look at that. It almost looks just as bushy as 10 plants. Isn't that wild? And we've got so much more flowering per plant. The yield per plant is going to be so much better. I wonder if it's just better airflow. Maybe they're getting more light because they're not so overcrowded. I also was more aggressive with the nutrients, so beats me, you guys, but I'll probably have to figure that one out so I could do it again. We've got our eggplant. What is going on here? I must have ripped it when I moved it. Our eggplant leaves are just insanely huge. Look at that. No flowering yet, but beautiful leaves, and everything's looking wonderful. So we will see what happens. The pH is different in each reservoir. Yes it is, but that's also because they're at different growth stages and they're on different nutrients. So yeah, the pH is different. And also, like I said, I was more aggressive with the nutrients in this one, and so I think the pH was better suited for everything that's growing here. It's a learning experience, you know. You don't want to start off too strong, but at the same time, you don't want to miss the crucial time to add in nutrients for your plants to really take off and for you to maximize that growth. The bell peppers in these buckets are just doing beautifully well. Like, I just get over it. I've never had such beautiful looking plants, so we are learning something. But yeah, we've got peppers growing. I show you guys these every day, so for those of you that are here every day, sorry if I'm repeating myself. All right, let me catch up on some chat here. What's up, MK? Had to get stitches removed. I hope you're okay. Thanks for being here. And yes, hydro shops can be expensive, but I still like port, so I always try to go to a hydro shop versus buying online. Thanks so much, MK. Appreciate it. I've been working hard on those bell peppers. And thank you, Crumble. I appreciate you saying that. And thank you, Growing Mo. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'll be here till Friday. But yeah, so I feel like I need to take a bow or something. What's up, Les? Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. What's up, Matt? And what is up, Dottie? Yeah, you know, my local hydro store, it's expensive, but sometimes I support because versus buying online, these businesses alive, because it's not just about what you're purchasing, it's about the experience, right? You walk into a place, and we all know in this community, you can't always talk plants with just anyone in your life. So being able to walk into a garden center, not even a garden center, a hydro store, where, you know, people are like-minded and talk about plants, it's exciting. But yeah, you guys, how fun would that be? I'm gonna get a strobe light in here. I'm gonna get my keyboard in here and play some freaking tunes for the plants. I will always pay more for local. Yeah, unless it's like a ridiculous difference. You know what I mean? Then I'll just order online. But yeah, so today we're gonna check out our romaine seedlings. I'm gonna see if there's a way to kind of mimic the same setup. So right there in the sponge, I'd like to try to get them out of the sponge before they develop to a certain size, because once the root starts to grow, it goes into the sponge. And you guys have watched me over the course of the journey. You guys have seen me with the sponge and the tweezers and struggling, and it's honestly, when I watch back what I do, I'm like, what are you doing? It's so painful to watch. So there's got to be an easier way. But I tend to overcomplicate things, and maybe that's why you guys stay and watch and keep tuning in, is because it's fun to watch how backwards I do things. Oh my gosh. I think I just saw either a fungus gnat or a... All right. Hang on one second. No idea what I did with them. I had sticky sticks right outside the grow tent. You know, those little yellow pea things? Oh man. Thoughts and prayers, you guys. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I'll have to deal with that after the live, but the PTSD is real, you guys. I've had stuff fly in here. I've had thrips, and yeah, I need to... where did I put those? Now I'm gonna be preoccupied the whole live, you guys. This is what happens. Alright, whatever. It is what it is, and I'll deal with it after. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna try to get the romaine out of the sponge now. Hang some yellow sticky traps. Yes, that is the plan. That is what I'm looking for, but I can't seem to find them, and I had them right outside the grow tent. You guys remember I was doing an unboxing when I got stuff from my friend Anthony, and he gave me a ton of sticky stick traps, and I don't know what I did. They were outside the grow tent, and now they disappeared. Whatever, I'll find them after. It is what it is, you guys. Oh man, I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it's just a fruit fly. Can you guys imagine talking about how this is the best my garden's ever been, and now I jinx it? Alright, so I pulled out a few of my little romaine seedlings. I'm going to grab some foam collars, and we're going to try to transfer. Okay, I'm trying really hard not to be preoccupied, but I'm tripping the F out, you guys. I'm going to go one more time and look for those sticky stick traps. Should probably take my gloves off too. Don't go anywhere. Actually, I could leave out some hot peppers. MK says, saw yesterday's live stream on pepper tasting, laughing my ass off. Sorry you went through that pain. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad. It really wasn't that bad. In fact, I thought the one that's supposedly supposed to be the most mild was the spiciest. So, okay, don't go anywhere. Just wait 1 second. Uno momento. Thank you guys for being oh so patient. You need to clone yourself, create another helper. I don't even think I'd want to share with myself. Oh. I'm like, wait a sec, are these even sticky sticks? Well, what the heck are these? Oh, they're mouse trap, or well, it says catch, but yeah. So I guess you just have to cut them, right? There's scissors here. Yeah, it's time. This tent got a little cleanup. I can't find anything in here. Usually I clean the tent every single day. It's been just a bit of a crazy week, you guys. Alright, so we're just gonna stick these all over the fucking place. Because that really sucks. I'm so stressed. Have you seen those yellow sticky sheets you can get? They're super sticky. Right here, Les. Already ahead of the game. Put that shit everywhere. Alright, we're gonna slap one over here. I'm gonna put them all over the place. Over here. Oh, forgot to peel off the back. Man, these things are freaking sticky AF. But yeah, shout out to Farmer Anthony because these are coming in handy. I had some, but I used them all. I had a lemon seedling outside the grow tent that I had overwatered, and it was infested with fungus gnats, so I used all the sticky stick traps to try blue trap. Hasholio, we don't use the T word here anymore. The rips. Oh my god. I don't even want to hear that word ever again. That, the PT is real. Alright. Sticky traps bow tie. We saw a little fungus gnat or something flying around, so I am just going to stick these everywhere. Down low, up high. I saw it like over here somewhere. Stick it over here. Unless, you know, sometimes my eyes play tricks on me and I think I see something. You guys, it's gotta be a fungus, okay? Oh my gosh, I hope it's nothing crazy. Tripping. Sometimes I get a little too comfortable with leaving the zipper open a little too long, and yeah. You guys aren't doing a good job at making me feel better with all this thrip and aphid talk. It could be a small piece of anything. I have like dried leaves here from the work I did the other day, so it could be like just a dried leaf that fell and looked like a fruit fly. I didn't see it fly around anywhere else, so maybe it was just something falling, but always good to be extra careful and have some kind of trap contingencies just in case. What up, Ganix? Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. We are fighting a moth infestation in our back bedroom. After a month of it, I discovered a bag of bird seeds, pantry moths everywhere. Oh man, that is crazy. Yeah, so whatever. Fingers crossed, we're gonna remain positive. It is what it is. Yellow track beneficials if using them in organic gardens, so when specifically going after thrips, use blue. Interesting. That's good to know. Well, in my case, I shouldn't be having anything at all in here, so all right. We are going to get some foam collars, see if we can get these little romaine seedlings into the same setup that we had yesterday, because that seems to be working well. Just getting myself set up here. All right, I got this. Get foam collars. Just gonna start off with a few and see how they do. Gloves on. Have some coffee first. I'm hopeful that it was something small. I'm just gonna finish putting up the sticky stick traps after the live and move on and just hope for the best. but be prepared for the worst, you know? So what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Almost Friday, you guys. Almost made it to the end of the week. This Saturday, I've got some stuff going on. So my live is going to be an early morning. Have a coffee with me live. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. Sunday, I anticipate will be transferring seeds. So you're going to want to hang out for that, as that is going to be very fun. Happy Friday, Bernie. That's awesome. Les says, I'm adding another tomato to the list. LOL. Wow, apricot zebra heart tomato. That sounds like a beautiful variety. All right, guys, so check this out. I'm already having to pull the root out of the sponge. So the goal, I got to figure this out. I got to eliminate a step. I germinate the seed in the sponge, it sprouts, and then I'd like to either get it in the foam collar at an early stage or figure out a way to germinate the seed in the foam collar. I don't know how that would work. Maybe I put the foam collar on the tray and pop the seed just in the center and keep watering it. I gotta figure out a way to eliminate a step, because it's just, I make myself cringe watching me try to take my seedlings out of the sponge with tweezers. It feels kind of ridiculous. Now, since these seedlings are so small and the root is so tiny, it slides right out of the sponge. So it's still fine. It's just, there's got to be a better way. Got to be a better, more efficient way. And that will help, you know, speed up the process. So the root isn't quite sticking out the bottom with this one. Whoa, totally missed the can. Hold on, I'm going to flip you guys around and show you. Bow tie life, it's possible. I think it has to be something black, so maybe I'll put, you know, a piece of the sponge in the foam collar. There's got to be a way to do it, because I tried putting a seed in paper towel, and unfortunately the paper towel got algae all over it, and it didn't work. So there's our little seedling. And I mean, we could try just putting it in the tower. What do you guys think? I don't know. Like, if I put it in the tray here, some water, I don't know if the root is going to be touching the water. And does the root have to touch the water, or can it hover over the water and then that will cause the root to kind of reach down? What do you guys think? Do you guys have any input on how I should handle it? Or I could just put it right in the grow tower. It's just, I'm trying to speed up the process without struggling to remove it from the sponge and then breaking the root, and then it's a whole, you know. The collars actually have holes right in the center, so it's that's which is a great thing, because the plant just gently rests in it, or the seedling just gently rests in it. It's not being squished or anything. I think it can hover as long as there's moisture. So if I wrap it in aluminum foil, I don't know if the seed will protrude or pop out once it sprouts. It won't pop through the foil, I don't think. Plus, I don't know about aluminum foil. I think it's got some toxins. If you had airstone, you can be inches above the water. I think airstone, like, this is just such a small sprouting tray, and it's such a short period of time. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if that's necessary, or it might be necessary. I don't know anything about airstones. I didn't research them after we talked about it yesterday, but I know I need to look into it. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just gonna try remove a couple of them and see. Yeah, I think that most of my gardening experience is a trial and error experience. But because these seedlings are so young, I honestly, you know what? I feel like I should just pop them right here inside the sprouting tray in the hole. We're for sure going for a ride here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put you guys on this side so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is the other seedling that was in the same sponge. I feel like it needs more time. Such a small root, but I don't know. We're gonna try. You know, with my zinnias, it paid off when I tried to expedite the process. The next day after they sprouted, I got them in the foam collars and they responded well. So I know these are fragile seeds, like they're, I don't know. It's absolutely necessary for the type of growth I'm looking for. I run at 3 EC from day 1. Wow, isn't like very aggressive growth, Hasholio? And what do you grow? I'm assuming you just grow cannabis, or do you grow food as well? You do aero, not deep water culture, right? Yes, it's a pressure aeroponics, and I've heard a lot of people tell me that deep water culture is the same, but I don't see how. Anyways, maybe this one stays in the sponge for a little longer. I'm probably complicating shit. I don't know. I'm just trying a faster and a better way. Just lost a seedling. Alright, so like these ones are so little. I wonder if it'll still work. Apparently seeds can be germinated in a foam collar. I saved the link. Cool. See guys, I told you, I don't research this stuff. I ask myself the question and then I'm like, I don't even, I mean, sometimes I Google it, but if I can't find it easily, then forget about it. All right, we're gonna leave those two in the sponge. I'm just looking for ones that have, every time you move those seedlings, you are destroying the rhizosphere. I know, that's why I'm trying to eliminate this step altogether. So maybe, okay, we're gonna try an experiment today. I'm gonna try to set up foam collars in this sprouting tray, and I'm gonna use my tweezers to pop the seed right in the hole, right in the center. Even though it's gonna hit the bottom of this actual tray, when it, it's gonna be at the bottom of the foam collar. When it grows, it'll grow upward, and hopefully I won't have to do a transfer. I'll be able to just pick up the foam collar with the seedling inside or intact and make the transfer into the tower. So I have some seeds right outside the tent. We're gonna set up some foam collars in a tray, and we're gonna try that tonight, because not tonight, I mean like now, but I'm gonna water it tonight and see how that goes, if I can get them to not dry out. But then you've got seedlings like this. So these are a week old. I started these seeds last Thursday night, and there we go. That's a little romaine seedling. It doesn't matter if it's cannabis or vegetables, grow the same, they require the same conditions. True, but some plants differ in what they require, right? Generally you would cut it in half, yeah, like 1500 or 1.5 or whatever. All right. I know, I'm like, I feel like I'm butchering these plants every time I do this stupid transfer. All right. Oh, I broke the root. See? All right, we're gonna put that back in the sponge. There's gonna be a lot of loss while I experiment and try this crap. Damn. You know what it is? It's like I'm impatient. There's got to be a faster way this done. Or a better way. From seed to harvest should be in the same grow medium. All right. So I'm going to flip you guys around so you can get a closer look. But some of them I'm actually able to transfer without an issue. So there we go. We got the little roots sticking out. Yeah, that's why strawberries need their own environment for sure. My small unit uses a foam cone. I put a small tomato seedling in it. Yeah, strawberries like a different pH, that's for sure. That's why we got to get them in the grow tower, out of buckets, because the buckets are geared towards things like tomatoes, peppers. I'm actually surprised the flowers are doing well in the buckets. Not the zinnias. Zinnias are similar to like cucumbers and stuff, but there's a little baby. So some of these we can totally get in the foam collar and the root sticks out. Which now I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can just get it in the grow tower. If the root is sticking at the bottom, there's no reason why they shouldn't go in the grow tower. But I'm going to give it a couple days just to play it safe. But they could, if they wanted to, go in the grow tower. All right, I'm going to flip you guys around and show you. I want to do fruit trees. They just take so long. I know, but no time like the present. If you start now, then before you know it, you'll be Blue Jays in 2 hours. Nice. I'm not a huge baseball girl. I enjoy going to the games, but all right. Right, guys, romaine lettuce, let's try this. I'm gonna see if I can get this out without breaking the root. And then shortly after, we will start some seeds in some foam collars. No, I'm gonna break the root. I gotta try to take some of the sponge with it, but nope, I broke it. All right. I feel like this is not a good idea. Maybe I should just wait longer and put these back. Nope. All right. I'm gonna just shelf this, you guys, because I'm breaking roots left, right, and center, and this is just not oh my god, that is hilarious. Jay says, true or false? Princess uses the board game Operation to practice seedling transplants. I will have you know that I played a ton of board games growing up, and I still do to this day, and Operation was never one of them. But that is hilarious. That made me laugh. That is funny. Kratky method works for seedlings and some larger plants like cucumbers. Yes. All right. We're going to shelf this, and we're just going to try germinating in the foam collars because F this. I'm not coordinated today. I get my shit together and not break the roots. And we need romaine sooner rather than later. So if I break the roots, it's counterintuitive. But you know what? Maybe I should start playing Operation. Maybe that's a good way to practice. I would make a horrible surgeon, you guys. Absolutely horrible. That's funny though. All right. So I'm gonna get some seeds, and let me get these gloves off. And we're gonna try just pop some seeds in the foam collars. And as for the seedlings that we transferred into the foam collars, I'm gonna put them in the net pots, and we're gonna get them in the tower, and just hopefully they survive. Fingers crossed. The horrible commercials, LOL. No, board games I played, honestly, I really just played, I think Monopoly, Snakes and Ladders was a big one. I don't know what else I played. I never played like the Game of Life or anything like that. I don't know, all I remember is playing Monopoly. But if you guys have ever heard of Monopoly Deal, Monopoly Deal is great. It's a card game version of Monopoly, and it's the best game. I also love playing Catan. If you know, you know. Settlers of Catan. Anybody know that game? Have you tried cutting a slit on the sponge to get the seedling out? Yes, and I end up cutting the root with it. This is not the best way to do it. People pop a seed in rock wool and that's it. They're done with it. I'm trying to avoid using rock wool. So because I don't want to use the sponge as my forever grow medium, whereas people usually use the rock wool as their grow medium. So I don't want to do that with the sponge because algae, it holds too much moisture and harbors too much bacteria. And so foam collar's where it's at. Yes, Hasholio. So that's how I started this. Started the seeds in sponges, and then I would take them out and put them in clay pebbles, hydro clay, and like the hydro clay. So I'm gonna start trying, never remove it from sponge. Well, that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm gonna pop the seed in the hole of the foam collar on a tray, and let's see what happens. We love Catan. We have so many expansions for it. Awesome. I just have one expansion just so that more players can participate. But I love that game. It is, I used to play it in college all the time. And that was like, I don't know, the fun thing to do. And I freaking love that game. Even the travel Catan rocks. We never go anywhere without it. Really? Okay, what is travel Catan? Is it just like a small version of the game? I tried Rockwool and hated it. Don't like feeling it. Les, you don't like growing insulation? Just kidding. All right, let's get these in the grow tower. Take you guys with me. and then we will pop some seeds, see what happens. Seed what happens. Haha. All right. Just I stole net pots and foam colors from the yellow grow tower, so I'm just putting them back here, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have romaine quicker than I realized. I mean, those seeds germinated pretty fast, so let's be super fresh. Munchkin, Carcassonne, or Small World. Okay, I've never heard of those. Has anyone heard of the board game Betrayal? I just recently played it a while, well, not recently, but kind of recently, and that board game is complex AF. It's an adult board game. Like, not adult as in like X-rated or anything, but I mean, it's definitely not for kids. The concept is, well, maybe just complicated for me, but the instruction manual is like, holy crap. And that is, yeah, it's a complex game. It takes hours to play. Oh, Risk is a great game. Everybody loves Risk. Who doesn't love a good game of Risk? But that game can last for days. Payday? No, I don't. Oh yeah, and when I was growing up, I played a lot of Who, or Guess Who. Was it Guess Who? Where you have to guess? Yeah. Ouija board. That, yeah, I've never played a Ouija board, but romaine should be harvested every 30 days in proper conditions. Good to know, Hasholio. Why? It's not supposed to bolt, and you're supposed to not just eat the bolted leaves the whole time? Has anyone ever played a Ouija board? I've always wanted to, but I'm also a huge scaredy cat. I cannot watch like horror movies or anything. So even though I have curiosity of a Ouija board, I don't know, probably will never ever be able to sleep ever again. I know a couple people that have messed with it, and some say nothing happened, and some say some F shit happened. So I don't know. All right, I don't want to waste a bunch of seeds. We're gonna try it with three seeds. So what I'm gonna try to do is center these foam collars where there's no hole on the sprouting tray, so that the seed can just kind of rest on the white surface. And then I'm just gonna like place the seed in the center somehow. I don't know if I should maybe place it on a piece of paper towel and then put the foam collar over top. What up, Krogan? Good morning or good afternoon. Thanks so much, Krogan. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day so far, and thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. We're almost done here. I'm just gonna grab some seeds and we're gonna try this out. Since I have 3 foam collars, we're just gonna try it with. And if this works, this is gonna save a lot of time and solve a lot of problems. Because when I rewatch my videos, I'm like, that's painful to watch. What is she doing? Why is she screwing with the seedlings like that? Could you set the collar in a splash of water in a tray? One more twisted board game. I've never heard of that game, Bowtie. Okay, wait, hang on a second. Could you set the color in a splash of water in a tray? I did do that technically. It is in water in a tray. It's just not floating. But if I soak it in water right now, is the seed gonna germinate if it's just sitting in water? Isn't that too much moisture? Right? Like, okay, if I, hang on, just in case you guys are more visual people, if I fill this with water and I put this in here, it's gonna float. The seed is just gonna float around. It's not gonna stay in the hole and properly germinate. It's gonna be too saturated, right? All right, so you guys tell me if I'm wrong. It should if it's in water. But if the foam collar is in water, it's gonna float, right? So it's gonna be, isn't the seed gonna sink and the collar gonna float? Like the seed isn't gonna sprout into the foam collar. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Anyways, I could either just be stubborn and do what I think, or we could try both ways. So why don't we try both ways so that I don't seem like I'm being totally stubborn. Even though in my mind I feel like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the foam floats, but the seed is going to sink, right? And so when the seed sprouts, it's not going to sprout in the foam collar. I'm going to have the same problem. I'm still going to have to transfer it into the collar, right? We're going to try, and we're going to see. You can germinate seed in a glass of water. All right, so is that what I should just do? Yeah, but when they sprout, you can't leave them in the water. You got to take them out and put them somewhere, right? And if the root isn't long enough, where would I put it? So I'm faced with the same challenge as I'm experiencing now, I think. So maybe that is a solution. I could try it. Look, all I've got is time right now. So I may as well try it. I mean, yeah, you guys probably have way more experience than I do. So I just, Kratky method. You have to look more into the Kratky method. I will. I'm going to Google it. For now, we're going to try it this way, but I'm not saying the other way isn't going to work. I just want to try it this way. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take just like a strip of paper towel. Just going to try this. Take a strip of towel. Make sure it's nice and damp. Put my foam collars on it, and then I'll pop the seed right inside, and we're going to see what happens. And if that doesn't work, I will eat my words, and that's my favorite response to anybody. Google it. Float your seedlings. All right, I'm going to look into it, you guys, because maybe that is the best way, and I'm just being extremely stubborn. But I told you guys, that's me, so deal with it. I'm just kidding. I appreciate every contribution in the chat. Helps me learn. So that's what we're actually going to do on tomorrow's live. Hasholio, I believe you guys. So tomorrow we're gonna do that method. We're gonna germinate the seeds in water with the foam collars. I'm just gonna Google it first so that I don't screw it up and I don't look like a total idiot on the live. Bubble picks with no air stone. Hasholio, I don't disagree. I just acknowledge that I say Google. Yeah, Google it is a great response. But always try to explain. All right. Sorry. I'm distracted, you guys. All right. So the seed's in there. We're going to see what happens. Krogan says, put a toothpick poked in the collar, stop the seed from falling. Oh, that's a good idea. It's a romaine lettuce seed, so they're super baby. I run my bubble ponics with air stones. Not wise to run any form of deep water culture without it. All right, so I guess that is going to be my next purchase after the water chiller. Is going to be air stones. Well, air stones are easy to get and they're super accessible. Maybe I'll go this afternoon to the pet store, and I saw that they have some at the pet store for aquariums and stuff, that even Canadian Tire or Walmart. So, and they're inexpensive. But I would like to know, I didn't do much research. When I looked into it, I just looked for the visual of what it looked like. But I don't know, are there different materials of air stones? Are they, I want to make sure it's non-toxic and stuff like that. I just gotta check a few things before I purchase some, but I'm sure they're non-toxic if they're made for like aquariums and stuff. I'm sure that they're fine. So yeah, guys, we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna put these in the dark and see what happens. If this sprouts in the foam collar, then that's our ticket. But maybe hash oleo, the method that you're suggesting, will be even faster. So I know you're telling me to start seeds in water, right? And then transfer them to the foam. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I got it. Picking up what you're down. I don't have water down here. That's why we're going to do it tomorrow. On tomorrow live, I'll prepare myself. I'll either get a little glass or something, or we could just fill a tray like you guys suggested with water. We'll put the seeds in and we'll see how that method works in comparison to this one. Maybe just doing it directly in water is the best way, and starting it in a sponge is just an extra step and creates work. So I'm totally open-minded, you guys. I just want to find the fastest way. So if that is the fastest way, then that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring these outside of the tent in the dark, keep an eye on them, and see how they do. And tomorrow will be starting seeds, air stones before chiller. Okay, tomorrow's live, we're setting up the air stones that I go and pick up today. And yeah, they're even cheaper than that. So I'm gonna pick some up this afternoon. Tomorrow we're gonna set some up on the live, and we are gonna start some seeds in water. And we're gonna see how they do in comparison to the sponge method, the paper towel method, and this method over here that I'm trying. You just need the pump. All right, well, I'm gonna look at my options and I'm gonna see what I can do. Because I have 2 reservoirs, I've got to think of what is the most economical. So yeah, I mean, I know it's expensive, but I'll figure it out. So I'll probably action that this afternoon, and that's it, you guys. Yeah, I'm sure they're not expensive. All right, guys, so that is it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the advice and everything in the chat. You guys are the reason why everything that I've learned, and I honestly really appreciate it. So sending you guys all positive vibes. Everyone have an awesome day. I will be live on Ogo's channel tonight at 7:30 p.m. So come hang with us. And yeah, guys, have an awesome day. Sending you all positive vibes, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. And don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Peace. Bye. Bye, Jay. Bye, MK. Bye, Hasholio. Krogan. Bernie. Yes, everybody. Pro Pyro. I don't know. I'm probably missing people, but peace.